Well, welcome everyone. We cannot wait for you to meet the lovely Sharon Lechter. She is our keynote speaker for the upcoming Home Staging and Real Estate Summit course that's going to be here, Dallas, in November. Get your tickets, bring your team, and you guys will as well get to meet Sharon. So Sharon, welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Jenna. I'm so delighted to be with you and looking forward to being with all of you in November as well.
Well, if people are, number one, we have been able to listen to you this past year twice at 10X Ladies. Unbelievable. I mean, the wisdom, the knowledge, and I see your books there. If people don't know who you are, just give us a little bit of a rundown of who Sharon is.
Well, thank you, Jenna. Well, I started in real estate at the age of 10 when my parents had rental properties and I had to scrub out bathrooms between tenants. And my career as a CPA and accountant, I quickly moved into entrepreneurship. I started a woman's magazine, sold that. I started the talking children's book industry, grew that around the world with the inventor, and sold that. And then my oldest son went off to college, got a credit card, and that's credit card debt. And I was pretty devastated with not just at him, but at myself. I thought I had taught him about money. So that was December of 1992. And I dedicated the rest of my career to financial literacy, financial education. I co-authored Rich Dad, Poor Dad and 14 other Rich Dad books. I was a partner of Robert Kobayashi in that business for 10 years. And then decided to leave that when we were no longer aligned, and got the call from President Bush. So I served two presidents, Bush and Obama, on the Presidential Advisory Council for Financial Literacy, which was a huge honor. And then I got the call during 2008, our last financial collapse, from the Napoleon Hill Foundation. And so it was another incredible honor for me to help reinvigorate his teachings. And I've had 4 books with them. And then this last year, I wrote a book with Inc. Magazine and Michelle Seller-Tucker on Exit Rich. So I continue to speak around the world on the topics of financial literacy and entrepreneurship, and specifically love to support women entrepreneurs.
Ah, and that's all, right? That's all. Yeah. I'm telling you,
that's my Cliff Notes version.
Yes. And you've literally lived 5 or 6 different lives just with all that you have accomplished over these years, and still pouring into people, still making a difference in people's lives. It just affects me so much to see that you're still being able to impact so many people. And getting into real estate, I think that is incredible. It kind of dovetails into home staging, design, making properties look amazing. You learned from investing, right? That a property literally we can impact the dollars just by the look and feel of the property. So we're going to be talking to a lot of women business owners at our conference. And you mentioned Think and Grow Rich for Women. What would be some takeaways from there? By the way, they will all have your books on their reading list. We do a book of the month, and that is top notch. So tell us a little bit about that book and some of those takeaways.
Well, certainly when I wrote the book, only 1.7% of women business owners earned over $1 million a year. Today, that number is 4.2%. So I will celebrate the fact that there's been some movement, but that's still pitiful. My goal is to help more and more women build their businesses so that they are well over the $1 million mark. And the book was written for really 2 primary reasons. One was I was kind of tired of the negativity and the dialogue of women complaining and criticizing the men in their way, or the men that held them back. I said, what happens if you know the law of attraction? When you complain and criticize, you attract negative things. I said, so let's change the dialogue from complaining and criticizing to one of celebration. Celebration, how far we've come. Is there further? Yes, there's lots more to go, but let's celebrate the accomplishments we've had, and let's celebrate the men that have helped us along the way. So that was the first primary reason I wrote the book. And the second one was I was also kind of tired of all the work-life balance stuff that people complain about. And I don't hear men complaining about that. And it's like when you start complaining about work-life balance, you're complaining about something in the past. You need to just make different choices. We're all, we have so much more in our life than just work. We have our family, we have our faith, we have our fitness, all of those things, our spiritual, we have all those things that create who we are. So my last chapter of the book is called One Big Life. And I want women to get rid of the work-life balance concept. I said the word balance belongs in the yoga studio, but to really understand that we have to focus on all of our life. And if something happened yesterday, don't spend precious time today worried about it, feeling guilt or shame. Just make a different decision today. And like, oh, we can't change yesterday, but we can change today and tomorrow.
Oh, so good. So good. And I'm thinking back to some of the subject matter that you shared with us at 10X Ladies. Number one, everyone remembers assets are sexy, right?
That's right. Assets are sexy. My favorite word on earth, assets.
There you go. And you think about Think and Grow Rich, and you think about the women that really struggle with the balance. And how creating passive income, and if it is us being a business owner, and then we're able to train a team and that business is able to run without us and allow us to, create those passive income streams while making a difference. I think that is huge. And the quadrants, right? The quadrants come into that play as well.
Well, specifically in the audience that we're going to be speaking to at your event, one of my greatest passions right now is helping real estate agents or real estate peripheral companies in creating their own personal wealth, because you can live commission to commission. Way too many real estate agents live commission to commission. I want them to, they're in the catbird seat. They have the ability to really be able to find those deals and start investing for themselves. Let's get them where they are building not just commission to commission activity, but personal wealth as well. And so that's one of my goals, and I'll look forward to speaking. And that really is the cash flow quadrant. The left side of the quadrant, employee, self-employed, that's you exchanging time for money. The right side, which is B&I, business owner and investor, is where your money's working for you and your systems are working for you. And that's what I want to see people move more towards the right side so that they can have that financial independence for themselves. 41.2% of women today are the primary breadwinners in their family. That's a huge social change. And that number, as a result, comes a responsibility to make it, keep it, and invest it wisely.
Absolutely. And educate our children, to
Yes.
be wise investors as well. And we think about our industry, again, a lot of self-starters, moms that maybe they had a passion for decorating and it turned into a business, right? And now if you think about they're working on their business or in the business more so, and they're getting run down, and they feel like they've lost the passion because they believe that to earn money, you actually have to be working yourself, and maybe they're worried and stressed financially. They don't know if they should grow a team. But how do people as business owners get the passion back in for themselves and understand that they don't have to be the one doing everything?
Well, part of that is so many times we're control freaks, and we have to learn that if we want, the power of association is so strong. Have people on your team who are strong where you are weak, and then to really understand, in order to really duplicate yourself, you have to be willing to let go. But you have a certain quality control, you have certain systems, but that's how you build a business, through other people's time, resources, and money. So you want to create that opportunity to be able to exponentially increase your business by letting go, understanding you're still the driving force, but it's important to bring in other people and not to try to do everything on your own. That's the fallacy of the left side of the cash flow quadrant, is you have to do it all, exchanging time for money. But true wealth and financial independence comes from when you have assets, which includes businesses with other people working for you. When those income from your assets exceed your monthly expenses, you're financially free. And that's so that's my superpower. I help people chart that course and get to that point.
Oh, that's so good. And the final thing I want to discuss, that you have lived beyond, like I said, just the legacy is unbelievable. And I'm sure you had fear along the way. What do you see that keeps, especially women business owners, women entrepreneurs, what types of fear do we have to overcome to reach that level of success that you've reached?
Well, that's another reason why I wrote Think and Grow Rich for Women, because for many years, I felt I didn't want to write something specific for women, because I said the steps to success are the same for men and women. I still believe that. The issue is we approach them very differently, and our mindset's different. And part of it is women have this imposter syndrome where I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And that fear of criticism, creates a fear of criticism. And that holds so many women back. They're afraid to take that step out of their comfort zone. And that's what I want to encourage them to do, because when you surround yourself with the right people, it makes it a whole lot easier to feel better about yourself. And so in my book, 3 Feet from Goal, which was the first book I did with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, I released the personal success equation. And that's combining your passion and talent. That's all about you. That's the left side of the quadrant, times the right associations. And certainly you're bringing people together at this meeting. Power of association. People will expand their network, be able to, see a bigger opportunity, times taking the right action. How many times do we know what we're supposed to do? We just don't do it. And then plus F, and that's faith in yourself, faith in what you're doing, faith that is needed and necessary, and faith that you will succeed. And when I mentor people, I go through that equation: passion plus talent times association times action plus faith. And invariably, it's the power of association they need to work on, and their self-confidence, faith in themselves, and they go hand in hand. When you surround yourself with the right people and you have a bad day, they won't let you stay there. They'll bring you back up. Right. And particularly women are great at having girlfriends, but we have to have work friends. And that's where we have to really look and seeing how can we have a circle of people that will help us drive forward, and they want to applaud us, not people that are holding us back. And it's so very important. And you can go to personalsuccessequation.com, and I have a free download that walks you through it. Personalsuccessequation.com.
We'll make sure our group gets that. I love it. And then thinking about your book, Outwitting the Devil, and bringing that to life. And same thing, right? Like what are we listening to? What is continuing to play in our mind? That can impact us as well, right?
Well, Outwitting the Devil is really a game changer. It really delves into the source of our fear, where it came from. And once you can identify it, you can start releasing it. And then it talks about the steps to really get out of that fear and create success. And one is that definiteness of purpose. What is it that you want to do in life? What is your mission? And then understanding the self-discipline, learning from adversity, not carrying it around on our shoulders, which a lot of women do. A mistake is not a definition, it's an occurrence. And too many women allow that to define themselves. No, you made a mistake, learn from it and keep going. Okay. And then it talks about that power of environment, what you just referenced. What are you allowing in your space? What are you allowing in your brain? Who are you hanging out with? Are you in an environment that's going to nurture you and support you and drive you? Are you in an environment that denigrates you, makes you feel less than, and holds you back? Right? You are the only one that can answer that. And then power of your time. How are you using your time? Are you spending it so it's gone, or are you investing it in creating a better future?
So many nuggets of wisdom. I cannot wait for everyone to meet you and you join us in November. It's going to be incredible. Definitely bring your team. You guys give it up for Miss Sharon. She is unbelievable. And hopefully she is working with all of our other mentors, with Elena, with Miss Lisa Copeland, our EXP team. It's going to be incredible. You guys are get to know her and just let her continue to pour into you and be a mentor. Sharon, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Jana, and thank you all for listening and watching this. And I will look forward to meeting you all in person in November. Thank you.
Perfect. We'll see you guys then.